focused again, kind of halfway level. This should crank up over here in just a minute. There it is. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I've got my sound muted on my computer over here. Yeah, we're enjoying the 10 o'clock time. Thanks, Ron. You know, I did a poll recently on this channel about live streams, and I posted, I think 7, 8, 9, or 10 o'clock. YouTube only lets you have 4 choices, so I didn't bother with like the afternoon. And out of all of them, 10 o'clock got the most number of hits, which I wasn't really surprised at because it's a good time for the West Coast people. You know, it's what, you're 3-4 hours behind, I don't remember. If you're here from the West Coast, you can let me know. Geography and math, not my strong suit when I was in school. And yet it's still early enough that people overseas, I've got some people who try to join us from like the UK or other places in Europe. It's still early enough that, you know, they're awake. So if this works and we have a really, really good response, then maybe we'll just change this to 10 o'clock all the time. So it's kind of an experiment right now. I like the 7 o'clock time because it's coffee time and I can, when I'm done, I've got my whole day ahead of me, but this isn't really about me. This is about you. So I'm glad you're here. A couple of things up front that I always talk about, and I see Ron is answering a lot of people in the description. Ron is sort of my go-to guy when it comes to comments. So if I miss things, he's going to make sure that you're noticed, and if he can answer a question, he will, and if not, he'll make sure that I see it. I have the comments scrolling up here on the screen, but of course, if I'm looking at the camera, I can't really look at them. So again, a couple of things really quick. Monetization is off while we do the live stream. That's a necessary thing. When the live stream is over, I will go in and turn monetization on. If I had monetization on now, occasionally you might get interrupted with an ad, but 17 other people would not get interrupted with that ad. Dorothy, have a nice night. Enjoy your sleep, or day if you work the night shift and you're going to bed now. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll change it over to monetize after we're done. I also have the live chat. I've got a setting in YouTube that allows me to replay the live chat. So that doesn't happen automatically. So if you're coming in to watch the stream pretty early after it's over, it might take 24 hours before the live chat shows back up. So just keep in mind that that's a possibility. From the UK, where about in the UK? My middle daughter and her family are going back to London this fall, so have to see if they're going to look you up. I do have a trip coming up. I'm going down to Fort Myers, Florida in September. And I want to talk about that for just a second as it relates to airline flights. So I'm going down to see Sarah and Chase. They've lived there 2 or 3 years now, and I will be the first family member to actually make it down there to see them. I have gone to Pass Grill a lot. I've gone to St. Pete a lot. Fort Myers is a little bit further than that, so it's a little too far for me to want to drive it. So I went ahead and got a ticket to take the plane down. And one of the things that I've learned over time is to get a cheap flight that's upgradable. Because I can't afford first class tickets when you go in to buy a plane ticket. So my ticket flies from from Chattanooga to Atlanta. I've got a pretty long layover there where I'll be hanging out in a lounge. And then from Atlanta to Fort Myers. And I have decent seats. I think I'm in economy premium or something. Flights are not that long, so it really didn't have to be super duper whooper whopper seats. Yes, it is. It's grueling. And I don't mind the drive down, I just don't want to drive it back. And so I was looking at upgrades because I thought, well, from Atlanta to Fort Myers, if I could afford an upgrade to first class, or from Fort Myers back to Atlanta, if I could afford first class, it's just fun. First class is fun. And the ticket, I paid for the ticket with cash. I have a new credit card, I'll tell you about it in a minute, and I paid for it with cash. So I didn't buy it with points. I will stop there. I think I've passed signs for that place, but I'm not real sure. So anyway, like from Atlanta to Fort Myers, up until today, the first class upgrade would cost $299. Well, I'm not paying that. Okay, I'm just not. But today we're less than a week until we're 30 days before the flight. 30 days seems to be the lucky number. And so, and I'm like 6 days out or something before it's 30 days. And I went online to check the upgrade, and it did exactly what I expected to do. It went up by over 50%. Huge spike. Now this is Delta we're talking about. But at 30 days, what I have found is typically, if there's first class seats still available, prices plummet. And you have a small window to get a first class flight fairly cheap. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that. I've got my calendar marked. I'm looking for that day 30 days out to go in and see, is there an upgrade that's cheap enough that I could get it and not regret getting it? Because the flight from Atlanta to Fort Myers is not that long. And like I said, I could sleep that amount of time in an economy seat. So it's not like I need a first class ticket. The flight that I have scheduled from Chattanooga to Edinburgh, I'm doing the same thing. When we get to be about 30 days out, I'll have to call Delta for that one. They screwed up my availability on the app. I can still upgrade, but I can't do it myself. I have to do it through them. But I'll call. That flight I bought with points. And so, I could get an upgrade cheaper than buying a ticket at that point if it drops. So anyway, playing those little games with flights is kind of fun to do. And we'll see where it goes. I don't know, I've never been to Fort Myers before, so I don't know what to expect when I get there, but my daughter and son-in-law have promised to be gracious hosts, and they will take me around and show me things, and Sarah and I are going to try to do something together, and maybe we'll make a video from that. When I did the interview with all of my daughters, one of the questions was, what would we do if we made a video together? And Sarah's was, she really wanted to go hiking with me. She's an outdoor girl. And so we'll probably do something outdoors. There's not much hiking to do. There's no mountains in Fort Myers, but we'll see where we go. So again, welcome everybody. We've got 25 on the live stream at this point, which is a lot more than I think we typically have at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's looking really good. What else was I going to tell you about travel? I am looking at a trip in January. Haven't made my decision yet. I'm looking at a trip in January, and some of you who are in Florida or from Florida could tell me if this is worthwhile or not. But there is a conference in Orlando in January that I went to a lot in my education years. It's called FETC. It used to be the Florida Education Technology Conference. Now it's the Future Education Technology Conference. And so, yeah, that's true. They do probably have some great trails. And I think there's something about Thomas Edison down there or something. I don't remember, but I haven't done a lot of research yet. So that's like the middle of January in Orlando. Now, I'm not going to the conference, but I thought about driving down and spending a day to see some friends I haven't seen in a long time, educators from around the country, just sit out in the lobby and, you know, say hi to people. You know, I might even buy a pass just to go through the exhibit area. I don't know. But then about an hour and a half further down is a dude ranch. And I have forgotten the name of it. I have it on my phone, which I can't look at the moment. But you know, you can glamp there, or you can stay in a hotel room. You can ride horses. You can all the stuff that you do on a ranch. You could, you know, it's all extra, but you can pay to do these things. And I thought 2 or 3 days at a dude ranch in Florida would kind of be fun. It would be a nice photography trip. Take a lot of pictures while I'm there. That may be it, Ron. It's run by a hotel chain now. I don't remember. Well, hang on a second. Since I'm right here by my laptop, let me just pull it up here and see. It's the Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo in River Ranch, Florida, if that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, Westgate. So anyway, that's sort of out there. That's something I would drive to. Again, I don't know if I'm going or not, but why is my camera so low? Did it drop, or did I just screw it up when I fixed it earlier? Now Phil, now don't get in trouble for watching this while you're at work, okay? I did save 1 cup of coffee for the live stream, just to kind of keep my throat lubricated, because I wind up coughing way too much. So people are always asking me about travel plans, that kind of thing. I am, because this came up as well. Uh-oh. That may have a bad taste in your mouth there, Ron. I'm not sure. But I am researching cruises. I've wanted to do a cruise now for a number of years. And there are various reasons why I didn't in the past, but I think the time has come. So I have found a website, if you're interested in researching cruises to find, you know, cheap or cheaper tickets, maybe ports you weren't aware of, that kind of stuff. There is a website called cruiseplum.com that I'm looking at. And the cruise that I am looking at, I'm not sure yet, but it's something that's sort of hanging out there, is I think it's a 5-day cruise, 4 nights. It leaves Rome and goes over to Valencia, Spain, and then Barcelona, and then a couple of other stops along there before it returns to Rome. And it's really inexpensive. I'm finding that cruises, short-term cruises around Europe, are far less expensive sometimes than the cruises that leave out of Florida or wherever. And so, you know, that would give me, I could fly into Rome, take that cruise, go back to Rome, spend 2 or 3 days in Rome, and then fly home. The flight to Rome is not that expensive. The cruise is not that expensive. You know, when you can get a cruise, even as a solo. So if you're looking at a at a cruise ticket and it says it's $1,000 per person, typically what they mean is it's $1,000, but they want two of you, so it's $2,000 per room, which sort of prices a lot of solo travelers out of the game. So one of the things that Cruise Plum does is it searches as it will allow you to search as a solo traveler and try to find you the best markup possible. So instead of 100% markup, they might find one with a 25% markup. But the real telltale sign is how much does it cost per day? That's the key. And if I can find a cruise that's $125 a day, I can't stay in a hotel and eat out for $125 a day unless I'm staying someplace really, really yucky. So anyway, that's. I'm already going to Rome in March. I'm taking two of my daughters and my granddaughter and one of my sons-in-law. Sarah and Chase can't go, but the rest of them we're going to go to Rome. It's Bugs. She just graduated. I took Malia to London when she graduated, so Bug gets to go on this trip because she just graduated. And then a couple of years from now, I'll have 3 grandsons about to graduate all at the same time. and I joked around with Brittany saying I would have to find a place that does not have Wi-Fi. Otherwise, I'd never see them. I see what's happening here. My tripod is getting a little loose, and it is beginning to fall just slightly. I have to keep an eye on that. So anyway, those are some of the things related to travel. Now, I also did a poll over on the Life in Motion Diaries channel, asking people, the coast of Maine, that would be so beautiful. Alaska is sort of also on my itinerary. My mom and George went on 1 or 2 cruises, I don't remember, to Alaska, and she just loved it. She thinks I would love it, and I think she's right. So that's something that I'm also kind of looking at. I have a friend of mine who does ticketing for Carnival Cruise Lines, and he's agreed to get me sort of the friends and family rate if I decide to take a cruise like out of Florida or out of New York or somewhere on a Carnival cruise. The one thing he has told me is make sure that the cruise is longer than 4 days. 4 days is the awful spot for party cruises. And I've seen too many videos from party cruises. Not a party guy. Leave me the heck alone and let me just enjoy the ride. So anyway, that's kind of out there. Anyway, I put this poll out on the Life in Motion Diaries channel asking people, do you just watch this channel? Do you watch this channel and my New Retired Me channel? Do you watch this channel and just my photography channel? Or do you watch all 3 channels? And I've got I think over 100 people that have responded now. Oh, happy birthday, Jesse. If somebody posted about a birthday earlier, if that was you and I missed it, I'm sorry. But happy birthday. Anyway, out of the responses, between the Life in Motion Diaries and New Retired Me channel and the Life in Motion Diaries and all the channels, 97% of the people that watch the Life in Motion Diaries channel in that poll watch this channel. And so I'm really trying to consider moving forward, when do I stop posting on the Life in Motion Diaries channel and start moving that content here? So I've just got one spot. And because I think I need to go back to 2 videos a week on this channel. by the time one of my videos goes up, runs its course in about 3 days, comments fall off. It's still being watched. It's still, it's still climbing a little bit. The comments fall off and the engagement is sort of gone. And then I got to wait another 4 days for another video to drop. And if I post a video like, if my weekly video is announcing the recipients of the Aspiring Content Creator Grant, that video still doesn't have 1,000 views. I mean, it may have 500 by now, which just kills engagement, it kills revenue, it kills the ability for the channel to be, for the algorithm to put the channel out there for new people. And so, I used to make those videos and post them on Tuesdays and keep the core content on Thursdays. Trying a regular post. Have you considered trying a regular post tab post? I don't know what that means. Yeah, Ron, I agree. I mean, one of the things that I look at, and you may be different, you can let me know in the comments here, but one of the things I look at when I run across a channel or I run across a video, the algorithm shows me a video that I think might be interesting. I have to make a decision, because if I watch this video, the algorithm's going to show me 6 more videos from this channel. So the first thing that I do, as I'm watching on my TV, is I long press on the thumbnail and it gives me a menu, and I go to the channel and I take a look at the other videos that are there. I take a look at how many subscribers they have. And if they're trying to tell me how to grow on YouTube and they've got 500 subscribers, they're not going to tell me anything I haven't already heard, And so I kind of make a judgment about the channel. Am I going to be interested in other videos from this channel? Because once I click on that to watch it, the YouTube algorithm says, oh, you might like these other 17 videos. And then my feed just gets clogged up with stuff I don't want to see. Now, typically, oh, the community tab. Okay, yeah. And you can schedule there. That's true. Yeah, I don't want to burn out either. That's sort of the whole thing. Hey, Sam. Anyway, getting back to this. So I'm watching on my TV, and you can long press on a thumbnail and choose, I don't like this video, or don't show me this video. And then you have an option. I've already watched it, or I don't like it. I wish there were more options, but that's all there is. And so if I don't want it to show up again, I'll usually click, I don't like it. Because that tells the YouTube algorithm, you showed me something I'm not interested in, you screwed up, try to make a correction. And sometimes I will click, don't show me this channel. But YouTube only allows you to do that so many times before it has absolutely no effect anymore. And I don't know how many times that is. But if I tell you not to show me this channel, then a channel that I asked not to be shown, let's say 20 clicks ago, will suddenly start showing up again. It sort of gets pushed out of the thing. So about the only thing you can do is just go in and delete your watch history, and maybe even turn that off for a little while. You'll get nothing in the recommended section, and then you can start. You can clear your search history as well. So then you can start searching again, and it will show you more of things that you're searching for and start building a new area of things to watch. One of the things that just absolutely kills me is that I like to take a nap on the couch, okay? And so I will turn on like a 10-hour soothing music, sleepyhead video with no ads, just to let it play in the background softly while I take a nap. Well, once you do that, you're gonna have 25 recommended videos just like it. It is the one that fills my feed up the fastest. And it is the most aggravating because you got to keep scrolling past all of them to get to something that you want. Hey, Bill, yes, naps, they are one of the great achievements of retirement. In fact, I took about a 20-minute nap before this live stream. So anyway, I've sort of rambled on to say that I think that the Life in Motion Diaries channel has sort of run its course. It's not really gaining very many new subscribers. Every video gets watched maybe 200, 300, 400 times. Some of them more than that, but that's sort of normal. Yeah, you know, and Going Green Mom, I hear you. I'd almost exclusively watch YouTube. I think I've said this before. When I switch over to the TV, I'm almost always going to reruns of Criminal Minds, Law and Order, or NCIS. Maybe Major Crimes. Those 4 shows. I don't watch much else on regular TV. But I did just recently resubscribe to Netflix because I want to catch up on Stranger Things before the final season starts in November. So I have been watching some Netflix, but I hardly ever watch just regular TV anymore. Yeah, Ron, they do have a lot of really good movies on YouTube that are ad-free. Well, they're ad-free for me because I have premium, but I'm sure they would show ads for other people. But still, I've been kind of surprised at some of the quality of the movies that are there. So, you know, it's always a possibility. So anyway, that's sort of the long and the short of that. Trying to figure out what to do moving forward. If I do make a change with the Life in Motion Diaries channel, it will probably be at the end of the year. I'll probably keep doing 3 videos a day over there to the end of the year. That would take me 2 full years of that channel. And then, you know, so with growing memberships here, which is something I should also mention, in all my videos on the New Retired Me channel, there is a link to my online store in case you want to get, you know, something like a coffee mug. And then there's also a reminder to become a member for $1.99 a month. You get 2 extra videos a month and 1 live stream that's for members only. It's not much, but $1.99 is not much either. And all that money goes to pay for the Aspiring Content Creator Grant for next year. We now have 21 members. I really only need 40 to be successful. So, you know, we're getting there. So let's see. Yeah, SiriusXM. That's a pretty good station, or a pretty good app. I have the YouTube Music app on my phone, and I listen to that a lot. It has sort of curated playlists that I can just start in the car, and I listen to a lot of classic rock. So that's typically what I'm doing. Sometimes I listen to rain sounds because I'm just weird that way. Let's see. Yeah, I do have Amazon Prime, the Lloyd channel. I have Amazon Prime. I now have Netflix. I have Hulu. I have a credit card that pays for Hulu. And I have Paramount Plus. I have another credit card that pays for Paramount Plus. So I think that's part of my Walmart subscription. I think it was the Paramount Plus. And, you know, I can, sometimes I can find what I want to watch, but there have been times I've searched through Prime Video for 30 minutes and never found a video that just said, hey, watch me. It just doesn't happen very often. I have found on Netflix, they have a lot of foreign videos, Spanish videos, French videos, Italian videos that are dubbed into English, and the dubbing is pretty good, so I don't have to watch subtitles. Yeah, Lori, most of my watching is, I'm either early in the morning while I'm having coffee, or it is, you know, in the evening when my day is pretty much completely done. So, Sons of Liberty. Yeah, and I hear that's a really good show. I've not watched that. I just finished binge watching 3 seasons of The Lincoln Lawyer. And that was a pretty good show. I've kind of become interested in it with clips on YouTube. Yes, classic rock and coffee. It does not get much better than that. So anyway, we are we're moving forward with the channel. I did this. This is the other thing about this channel. I seem to be a little bit stuck with subscriber count, and I think part of that is due to the fact that I'm only posting once a week. Yeah, I think my mom has Peacock. I think I signed up for that for her. She got some movies there she likes to watch. Yeah, I listen to a lot of music during the day. Music is my thing. So I have 60,781 subscribers as of the first thing this morning. A couple of days ago, I had finally ticked over to 60,806. I'd finally eclipsed that 800 mark. And then 24 hours later, I'd lost 20 subscribers. So, again, I would really love to get to 100,000 subscribers just to say I did. It has nothing to do with monetization. The more subscribers you have doesn't really help you that much with monetization, because out of 60,000 subscribers, I still only have about 3,000 that watch videos. So, you know, it's one of those things where it is a personal pet project for me. And so, yeah, it's looking, and I've got 20, I don't know who just said that. Yeah, you know, Lori, I think about that after the video's done. And I think that I need to sort of make like a 15-second commercial that I can just insert into videos where I don't have to say it every time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Kind of like saying, don't forget to sign up for memberships. I think I just need to make a few things like that. But I don't like seeing them right at the beginning of the video. If somebody's just watching my channel and 30 seconds in, I'm telling them to subscribe, they're not interested in subscribing. But if I've got a 12-minute video and 10 minutes in, I can say that, the people that are still there might be interested. So yeah, this is, yeah, so I see on my app, somebody's talking about the number of likes here. I've got 28 likes on my app. So it's not refreshing for you fast enough, which is fine. And we've got 40 people online, 41 now. Whoever just came online, welcome back. Yeah, now the likes help, the comments in the comment section help when this video gets done and it gets, you know, it processes and goes live for people to see. That sort of running start helps. Now for me, the view count doesn't really matter that much until I turn on monetization. That's when it starts to matter. Ron, I would love to have another viral video, but unfortunately I can't seem to make one that matches now the how to cook a chuck roast like a ribeye. That video is nuts. And still, every month, my highest performing video, even last month. Oh, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gift. That does help a lot. So, yeah, I hear you on the refreshing the live stream. It kind of screws everything up. So what else can I tell you about what's going on right now with me or the channel? I don't really know. I did make a video on the Life in Motion Diaries channel that I will not be posting videos on Wednesday and Friday of this week because I'm trying to sort of catch up on video making. And Jesse, I've only been recognized once. Well, no, I'll take that back. I've been recognized twice. In downtown Chattanooga, I was at a car show taking pictures, and a gentleman came up to me who recognized me from my photography channel, struck up a conversation. And Lloyd channel, I'll get right back to that question. And then when I was in Florence, Italy, waiting in line to get into a church, a couple approached me who watched this channel. They're from the States, they were on vacation the same time I was. And you know, it caught me so off guard, I didn't even think to get them on camera. And I would love to have done that. And I just screwed up. So, so my mom is doing really well. You know, she is, she will have her 93rd birthday in November. And I keep saying that we're going to get around to doing our third interview, and then every week something comes up and I don't get around to doing it. So I would love to get that recorded pretty soon. Those videos always do quite well. I think if I could get her to start her own YouTube channel, she'd do really great. And she's probably watching right now, but she's probably not going to comment. The south of Portugal, you know, that place just looks like heaven. It really does. And I have to start, as far as travel goes, you know, I go to London, I go to Edinburgh, I go to the Isle of Skye, I go to Rome. And I have to start branching out and going to other places. I just have to. I mean, I've been there, I've done that, I bought the t-shirt. Well, actually I didn't buy the t-shirt because I would never wear it. But yeah, Portugal, I have some friends that have been to Portugal and they just absolutely loved it. So, and you know, food, I mean, come on, food. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm going to try to branch out. After we go to Rome in March, I'm going to try to start, and maybe doing that cruise out of Rome, I'm going to try to start branching out to other places around Europe, or maybe going out to the West Coast. I understand that tourism is down in Las Vegas right now, and maybe I can go help them out by, by going to Las Vegas, although it's not my favorite place in the world to go. But it is a short drive to some really nice national park. Yeah, and I need to get out and do some more car camping. I have a spot in mind I'd like to go to overnight. Yeah, and that's a possibility, collecting recipes. You know, I had an idea years ago where, when I was part of the Discovery Educator Network, I was trying to collect recipes from people from there that I could make. This was back when I lived in my house, my own house over in Cleveland. Recipes that I could make. I could take pictures creating the recipes, the end result of the food, give the recipe, tell a story behind the recipe from the person who sent it to me, and then have 4 or 5 people over to help me eat the food, again, taking pictures and creating a book out of that experience. It never happened, but it's not to say that I've forgotten it. It's still out there. May through mid-October, those are perfect travel times, just perfect. I like to go when tourism is low, but it doesn't have to be. So anyway, you're doing more with cooking and recipes and things. Could be something that I do later. I have had someone suggest, and I'm considering it, that's how stupid this is. I had someone suggest if I'm going to get rid of the Life in Motion Diaries channel, that I start a Life in Motion travel channel and just do travel videos. Well, I don't go enough places for that, so that's not channel worthy. But I would like to do more travel on this channel. People don't come to this channel for travel videos, so they don't get a lot of views. But as a subset of videos, maybe it's something that I could do when I'm not doing the 3 times a week videos on the other channel. So that's a possibility. I do have a video coming out Thursday on why I am so thankful as an educator to be retired. And I hope you'll watch that video. I had a lot of fun making it, even though it did kind of make me a little angry at one point in the video, maybe. You could not pay me to go back to being an educator. That's just the bottom line. I loved it, but you could not pay me to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I hear you. So anyway, it's been about 40 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I do appreciate you all coming by. Maybe we'll try 10 o'clock again next time in September. I don't leave until September 11th, so we'll still be able to do a live stream here from the house. So have a nice trip to the breakfast table. Bill, that is high praise. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yeah, I appreciate you all coming by, and we will see you hopefully maybe in the comments on Thursday. So y'all have a good day. We'll talk to y'all later.